I stared at the 7 small boxes on the dining table, my palms sweating so much I could have watered Lily's houseplants. The room was silent, too silent. Amelia sat at the head of the table, her legs crossed, a faint smirk playing at the corner of her lips like she knew something I didn't. Stella was bouncing her knee, her eyes locked on my hands like she was willing me to pick her box. Lily had her drawing tablet open in her lap, but her pencil hovered mid-air, and I swear I saw her sketching my panic-stricken face in real time. "Take all the time you need, Ethan," Sarah said, pushing her glasses up her nose. Her tone was calm, but her fingers tapped the edge of the table. She was nervous too, even if she'd never admit it. "No rush. Just remember, this is a binding decision." Binding, right? A month ago, I'd begged them for time to figure out my feelings, and now here I was facing the final verdict. The girls had insisted on this anonymous vote thing. Amelia called it democratic, Chloe called it drama for the ages, and now I had to pick one box, one girl, and the rest would respect my choice. Or so they said. I took a deep breath and glanced at the empty seat at the end of the table. That was Mia's, our mysterious oracle, who still preferred the basement to face-to-face conversations. But I knew she was watching. I'd spotted a tiny camera in the chandelier an hour ago. Mia's idea of subtlety. My hand hovered over the third box, small blue, with a tiny music note sticker. Chloe's probably, or maybe Stella's. I lost track of which color belonged to who. Then I remembered Lily had ranted last week about color coding being for losers and mixed up all the labels. Great. I closed my eyes, thought of all the moments. Amelia kissing me drunk, Stella crying on the terrace, Lily drawing me as a hero in her comic when I fixed her broken tablet. When I opened them, I grabbed the box on the far right, black, no stickers. Mia's? Or Sarah's? I popped the lid. Inside was a tiny rubber chicken. I blinked, then blinked again. A rubber chicken? The room erupted. Lily cackled so hard she fell out her chair. Chloe snorted into her water glass. Stella doubled over, clutching her stomach. Even Sarah cracked a smile, small but noticeable. Amelia leaned back, her smirk widening into a grin. Surprise. Surprise? I held up the rubber chicken, which squawked when I squeezed it. This is the binding decision. A toy. Mia's voice came over the intercom, her first time speaking in front of everyone in months. It's a metaphor. For what? For how stupid it was to make you choose, Lily said, finally sitting up, wiping tears from her eyes. She held up her drawing tablet. The sketch of me holding the rubber chicken, surrounded by the 7 girls, all laughing. We voted. Unanimously. No one wants you to pick just one. I stared at them. Wait, so this whole final choice thing was a prank? Stella nodded, grinning. Duh. Did you really think we'd let you leave any of us? Amelia tried to act all serious about it, but she was the one who suggested the rubber chicken. Amelia feigned offense. I did not. That was Lily. Was not. Was too. I held up the rubber chicken, squeezing it again. The squawk cut through their bickering. So, what now? Sarah pulled a stack of papers from her briefcase, 10 pages front and back, typed in tiny font. Now you sign the harem contract. The what? Official title. Agreement for the cohabitation and mutual care of Ethan Vance by the 7 residents of Havenwood Manor. Sarah read, her tone deadpan. Clause 1. Ethan shall provide each resident with no less than 1 hour of exclusive attention per day. No exceptions for work, naps, or Lily's 45-minute rants about comic book villains. Lily gasped. My rants are educational. Clause 2. Meal rotation shall be strictly enforced, Sarah continued, ignoring her. Amelia gets grass-fed steak every Monday. Stella gets gluten-free pasta every Wednesday. Lily gets rainbow sprinkles on all meals, including soup. Dr. Hayes gets a side of steamed broccoli with every dinner. Chloe gets chocolate for dessert every night. Mia gets takeout sushi every Friday. I get a salad with no croutons. Ethan shall comply or face punishment. Punishment? I asked, dreading the answer. Scrubbing Mia's basement, Chloe said, grinning. She's got more dust bunnies than actual bunnies down there. And you have to wear Lily's bunny pajamas while you do it. I looked at Lily. She held up the pajamas, pink, with floppy ears on the hood. They're cozy. I wear them every night. Clause 3. Public appearances, Sarah went on. Ethan shall accompany each resident to at least one work-related event per month. No backing out. No sudden migraines. No hiding in the bathroom. I opened my mouth to protest, but Amelia cut me off. It's only fair, Ethan. You get to be part of all our lives, not just the parts that happen in the kitchen. There was something soft in her voice, something that made my chest feel warm. I sighed, staring at the contract. You guys really thought this through, didn't you? Oracle helped draft the schedule, Dr. Hayes said, nodding at the intercom. She built a spreadsheet to track your attention hours. It's color-coded. Of course she did. I picked up the pen. Fine. But if I have to wear those bunny pajamas more than once, I'm staging a coup. Lily cheered. Chloe high-fived Stella. Amelia smiled. Genuinely smiled. Not her usual Ice Queen smirk. As I signed my name, a voice popped in my head, clear as day, ding. Harem management system activated. Host, Ethan Vance. Current status, Chaos King, provisional. I froze. Did anyone else hear that? The girls looked at me like I was crazy. Hear what? Stella asked. Mission 1. Persuade Lily Chun to cease drawing you as a muscle-bound maid in her ongoing comic series. Reward, 10 harem points. Penalty for failure. Chaos mode activated. Lily's artistic liberties will be amplified x10. I blinked. Nothing. Just the pen. It's squeaky. Sarah raised an eyebrow. It's a ballpoint pen. It doesn't squeak. I cleared my throat, shoving the pen down. Let's not talk about pens. Who wants breakfast? I'll make pancakes. With sprinkles. For Lily. And steak. For Amelia. Even though it's Tuesday. Lily's eyes lit up. Really? You'll break the meal rotation already. Warning. Breaking meal rotation may result in additional penalties. Proceed with caution. I ignored the voice. Just this once? Don't tell Sarah. Sarah crossed her arms. I'm sitting right here. I stood in Lily's bedroom, staring at her drawing tablet. On the screen was a panel from her new comic, Havenwood Heroes, featuring a character named Ethan the Maid. He was wearing a frilly apron, flexing his biceps, and holding a feather duster. Behind him, the girls were depicted as queens in flowing gowns. Lily, I said, trying to keep my tone gentle. Can we talk about this? She didn't look up, her pencil moving a mile a minute. What about it? Everyone loves Ethan the Maid. My fans are begging for more panels. One person even said he's their new comfort character. Mission 1 update. Host has 24 hours remaining to complete objective. Failure will result in chaos mode. I get that, but do I have to be a maid? I asked. Can't I be a knight? Or a wizard? Something with less frills. Lily finally looked up, her lower lip sticking out in a pout. But the maid outfit is funny, and you look good in it. In my art anyway. I sighed. Lily's art was amazing. She'd turned our little family into a viral comic with millions of followers, but I was getting tired of being the punchline. Last week, she'd drawn me in a tutu, cleaning the kitchen while Amelia yelled about profit margins. It had 500K likes. Lily, please, I said. I'll do anything. I'll buy you that imported watercolor set you wanted. I'll help you brainstorm plot ideas. I'll even read your fan mail with you. Her eyes lit up. Really? You'll read the fan mail? Some of them send fan art of Ethan the Maid. It's amazing. Host is straying from the mission. Focus. Maybe later, I said. First, let's change Ethan the Maid to Ethan the Chef. He's still helpful, but he's wearing a normal apron. No frills. No biceps. Lily hesitated, then nodded. Okay, but only if you promise to pose for me. I need reference photos for the chef outfit. Deal. I thought that was it. I'd completed the mission. I even did a little happy dance in my head, already planning to redeem those 10 points for a nap. Then, 2 hours later, I walked into the living room and found Chloe scrolling through her phone, laughing. Hey, Ethan, look what Lily posted. On her screen was a new comic panel. Ethan the chef, wearing a normal apron and a frilly pink bonnet. He was holding a spatula, and there was a speech bubble above his head. Time to make pancakes. For my queens. I stared at it. Lily. She ran into the room, grinning. What? You said no frills on the apron. You didn't say anything about the bonnet. Ding. Mission 1 failed. Chaos mode activated. Before I could protest, Lily pulled out her tablet and showed me the next panel. Ethan the chef in a frilly bonnet, a tutu, and roller skates, serving soup to Dr. Hayes. I'm calling this arc Ethan's Chaotic Kitchen. My fans will love it. Chloe snorted. Love it? They'll obsess over it. I already reposted it with the caption, "My man's fashion game is elite." It's got 10K likes already. I grabbed Lily's tablet. "Delete it. Now." She pulled away. "No, it's art. You can't censor art." Bonus penalty. Lily's fanbase has coined the term Ethan Bonnet and is trending on social media. Host's embarrassment level, 9 out of 10. I buried my face in my hands. This is a disaster. Amelia walked in, holding a laptop. "What's a disaster? And why is Ethan Bonnet trending?" I didn't answer. I just stood up, grabbed my jacket, and headed for the door. I'm going to the grocery store. Alone. "Don't follow me." Lily called after me. "Wait, do you want to wear the bonnet? It's in my closet." I slammed the door behind me. The grocery store was my safe space. No girls, no system, no frilly bonnets. I pushed the cart down the cereal aisle, humming to myself when my phone buzzed. It was a text from Sarah, 1:00 p.m., exclusive time with me. "We're reviewing contract law flashcards. Don't be late." I checked the time, 12:45 p.m. Crap, I lost track of time. I rushed through the checkout, bagging my groceries like a man on a mission. By the time I got home, Sarah was waiting in the living room, a stack of flashcards in her lap. "Took you long enough," she said, holding up a card. "What's the definition of consideration in contract law?" I dropped the groceries on the kitchen counter and collapsed on a couch. "Sarah, can we do this later? I just spent 20 minutes hiding from a stranger who recognized me as the bonnet guy." "Nope," she said. "Clause 1 of the harem contract. 1 hour of exclusive attention. No exceptions. Now answer the question." I sighed. Consideration is something of value exchange between parties. Like me signing the contract and you guys not making me wear the bunny pajamas. Sarah nodded. "Correct. Next card. What's a force majeure clause?" Before I could answer, Lily burst in, holding a stack of comic books. "Ethan, look, the first print copy of Havenwood Heroes came in. Look at the cover." The cover featured all 7 girls in their queen outfits, and me, Ethan the maid, in a frilly apron and bonnet, holding a feather duster. The title was written in sparkly pink letters. Sarah frowned. "Lily, it's Ethan's exclusive time with me. Come back later." "But it's the first print copy," Lily said, shoving the book into my hands. "Sign it. I need you to sign it for my fans." System alert. Host is failing to maintain exclusive time. Sarah's happiness meter is dropping. Lily's happiness meter is rising. Balance is key. I took the pen from Lily and signed the book. "There. Happy. Very." She hugged me, then ran out of the room. Sarah sighed, putting down the flashcards. "This is why we need the schedule. You can't let them interrupt." I tried. I said, "She's like a tiny tornado with a drawing tablet." Just then, Dr. Hayes walked in, carrying a fish tank net. "Ethan, can you help me? One of my goldfish is acting weird. I think it's anxious." "Dr. Hayes," Sarah said, "it's Ethan's time with me. He'll only take 5 minutes, Dr. Hayes said, pulling me off the couch. "Come on. The goldfish needs you. It recognizes your voice." I looked at Sarah. She rolled her eyes but nodded. "Fine. 5 minutes. Then we're back to flashcards." The goldfish was fine. It was just swimming in circles. But Dr. Hayes insisted on diagnosing it, which involved taking its temperature with a tiny thermometer and asking me to talk to it calmly. "Hi, Mr. Bubbles," I said, leaning over the tank. "You're okay. Stop being dramatic." Dr. Hayes nodded. "See? It's calming down. You have a way with animals." By the time we got back to the living room, Sarah was gone. In her place was Stella, wearing a sparkly dress. "Ethan, perfect timing," she said, grabbing my hand. "We're late for my photo shoot. The photographer wants you in some shots. They love the Ethan Bonnet thing, and they want to lean into it." "Lean into it," I said. "Stella, no. I'm not wearing a bonnet in public." "But it'll be fun," she said. "And it's my exclusive time. Clause 1, remember?" I checked my phone. Sarah had texted, "We'll finish flashcards tomorrow. Don't let Stella put you in a bonnet." Too late. Stella was already rummaging through Lily's closet. Found it. Pink with flowers. "It's perfect. System update. Host public embarrassment level is now 10 out of 10. Reward for enduring. 5 harem points." I closed my eyes. "Fine. But if this goes viral, I'm moving to a different country." Stella grinned. "Deal." Saturday was supposed to be my day off. No exclusive time, no system missions, no frilly bonnets. But the girls had other plans. Amelia's company gala is at 6 p.m., Sarah said, handing me a tuxedo. Chloe's concert after party is at 8 p.m. My law firm awards dinner is at 10 p.m. You need to be at all three. I stared at the tuxedo. All three? On the same night? That's impossible. I can't be in 3 places at once. Mia's voice came over the intercom. I can help. I built a teleportation device. It's 90% reliable. 90%? I said. What's the other 10%? Minor malfunctions. Like swapping your shoes or turning your tie into a rubber chicken. Lily perked up. Ooh, can it turn his tie into a rubber chicken? That'd be funny. No, Amelia said, cutting her off. We're not using the teleportation device. Ethan will drive. I'll have my driver drop him off at Chloe's after the gala. Then Sarah's driver can pick him up for the awards dinner. I sighed. Fine, but if I'm late to any of them, it's not my fault. Amelia smiled. Deal. Now, put on the tuxedo. Lily, stop trying to put a bonnet on him. The gala was at the Emerald City Convention Center. Fancy, with chandeliers and waiters carrying trays of champagne. Amelia looked stunning in a black gown. Her arm linked through mine as we walked in. Relax, she whispered. Just smile and nod. If anyone asks, you're my personal assistant. Personal assistant? I said. Why not boyfriend? Because half the board already wants to set me up with their sons, she said. If they think you're just my assistant, they'll leave you alone. That was a lie. 5 minutes in, a man in a tailored suit walked up to us, his hand extended. Amelia, great to see you. And who's this? Ethan Vance, Amelia said. My personal assistant. The man nodded, but his eyes lingered on me like he was sizing me up. Personal assistant, huh? You look familiar. Have I seen you before? I froze. Please don't say Ethan Bonnet. Please don't say Ethan Bonnet. Probably not, I said. I'm new. The man shrugged and walked away. Amelia squeezed my arm. See? That wasn't so bad. Then I felt something soft on my head. I reached up and pulled off a pink bonnet, Lily's bonnet. I'd forgotten to take it off before leaving the house. Amelia stared at it, then burst out laughing. Ethan, you're wearing a bunny bonnet. To a gala. I wanted to die. Lily, she put it on me when I wasn't looking. Just then a photographer walked over, his camera raised. Amelia, can I get a photo of you and your assistant? The bonnet is adorable. Amelia smiled. Of course. She pulled me close, and I forced a grin as the camera flashed. System alert. Photo of Amelia Sterling and her bonnet-wearing assistant is now trending on social media. Host's embarrassment level, off the charts. I down a glass of champagne. I need another drink. By the time I left the gala, I was tipsy and covered in champagne, thanks to a waiter who tripped and spilled his tray on me. Amelia's driver dropped me off at Chloe's after-party, loud, with music blaring and people dancing. Chloe ran over to me, her arms around my neck. You're here. I was starting to worry. I'm late, I said, and I'm covered in champagne. She grinned. Perfect. That's the relaxed rock star vibe we're going for. Come on, let's dance. I danced with Chloe for an hour, my feet hurting in my dress shoes, before she dragged me onto the stage. Everyone, this is Ethan, my boyfriend. The crowd cheered. Chloe handed me a microphone. Sing Fairy Tale, the one you sang to me on my birthday. I froze. Chloe, no, I can't sing. Please, she said, pouting. For me? I sighed and took the microphone. I sang Fairy Tale, off-key, my voice cracking on the high notes. The crowd loved it. They cheered and clapped, and Chloe danced beside me, grinning. System reward, 20 harem points. Chloe's happiness meter is at 100%. Host is now a rock star boyfriend. By the time Sarah's driver picked me up, it was 9:45 p.m. I was tired, my voice was hoarse, and I still had champagne in my hair. Sarah was waiting for me at the awards dinner, wearing a navy blue suit. You look like you've had a long night, she said, handing me a glass of water. I have, I said. I sang Fairy Tale in front of 500 people. Off-key. Sarah smiled. I saw the video. Chloe posted it. You're actually not that bad. High praise, I said. Just then, the MC called Sarah's name. And the winner of the Young Attorney of the Year award is Sarah Miller. Sarah stood up, and I clapped, proud of her. She walked on the stage, took the award, and looked out at the crowd. Thank you. I want to dedicate this award to my family, especially Ethan, who's here tonight wearing one dress shoe and one sneaker. I looked down. My shoes were swapped. One black dress shoe, one white sneaker. Mia's 90% reliable teleportation device must have struck again. The crowd laughed. Sarah smiled. He's chaotic, he's late, and he still hasn't finished our contract law flashcards. But he's mine, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I felt my cheeks heat up. Sarah rarely showed emotion in public, but was that a confession? System update. Sarah's happiness meter is at 100%. Host's heart is now 100% full. After the dinner, Sarah drove me home. You did good tonight, she said, pulling into the driveway. I did, I said. I wore a bonnet, sang off-key, and had mismatched shoes. She nodded. Exactly. You were you, and that's why we all like you. I smiled. Thanks, Sarah. Anytime, she said. Now go inside. Lily's probably waiting to show you her new comic panel. She was right. Lily was sitting on the couch, her tablet open. Ethan, look, I drew you at the gala, the after-party, and the awards dinner. I call it Ethan's Chaotic Night Out. On the screen was a comic strip. Me in a bonnet at the gala, singing off-key at the after-party, and wearing mismatched shoes at the awards dinner. The final panel showed all 7 girls surrounding me, smiling. I sat down next to her. It's perfect, Lily. She grinned. I know. Now sign it. I'm sending it to my fans. I took the pen. Fine. But no more bonnets. Deal. She hesitated, then nodded. Deal. But only if you promise to wear the bunny pajamas for my next live stream. I sighed. Fine. But only once. System alert. Host has achieved harem harmony, temporary. Reward. 1 night of no system notifications. Sleep well, Chaos King. I leaned back on the couch, closing my eyes. This was chaos. This was messy. This was my life. And I wouldn't have it any other way. 2 weeks later, I was making breakfast when Chloe screamed from the living room. Ethan, get in here. Now. I ran in, spatula in hand. What's wrong? Is it the fish? Did Mr. Bubbles have another anxiety attack? Chloe held up her phone. Look, Ashley posted this. On the screen was a photo of me with a woman I'd never seen before. We were standing outside a coffee shop, and the woman had her arm around my waist. The caption read, Ethan Vance, so quick to move on from the past. Guess some people never change. Cheater, hypocrite. I stared at it. That's not me. I've never been to that coffee shop. And who is that woman? Sarah walked in, her laptop open. Let me check. Reverse image search. There we go. The photo was taken 3 years ago in New York. The woman is a model. Ashley photoshopped your face onto the guy's body. Photoshop. I said, that's crazy. Why would she do that? Stella crossed her arms. Because she's jealous. She saw you with us at the gala, and she can't stand that you're happy without her. Dr. Hayes nodded. She's trying to ruin your reputation. But it won't work. We'll fix this. Amelia sat down, her laptop open. First, we need to prove the photo is fake. Mia, can you get the original photo? Mia's voice came over the intercom. Already on it. Original photo found. Sent to Sarah's laptop. Sarah pulled up the original photo. Same woman, same coffee shop, but the guy had brown hair and a beard. There. Proof it's fake. Now we need to post this everywhere. Chloe grabbed her phone. I'll post the original photo on my Instagram. Caption. Nice try, Ashley. But Photoshop can't hide your petty jealousy. Ethan's mine and the girls. Back off. Lily nodded. I'll draw a comic panel. Ashley's sitting at a computer, photoshopping the photo, while we all laugh at her. It'll go viral. Dr. Hayes smiled. I'll call my contact at the newspaper. They'll run a story about local influencer caught faking photos to ruin ex's reputation. Sarah closed her laptop. And I'll sue her for defamation. She'll have to post a public apology, and she'll have to pay damages, which I'll donate to charity. Maybe an animal shelter. Mr. Bubbles would approve. Amelia looked at me. What do you think, Ethan? Want to teach her a lesson? I thought about it. Ashley had always been petty, always trying to one-up everyone. But this, faking a photo to call me a cheater, was too far. Let's do it, I said. But let's make sure she knows why. She needs to stop trying to ruin people's lives. The girls went to work. Chloe's Instagram post got 1 million likes in an hour. Lily's comic panel trended on Twitter. The newspaper ran the story, and Ashley's followers dropped by the thousands. 3 days later, Sarah handed me a document. Ashley's public apology. She has to post it on all her social media accounts, and she has to keep it up for 30 days. and she's paying $10,000 to the Emerald City Animal Shelter. I read the apology. It was short, generic, but got the point across. Good. Amelia smiled. There's one more thing. I bought Ashley's favorite coffee shop, the Beanery. I'm renaming it Ethan's Bunny Cafe. We're decorating it with Lily's comics, and we're serving pancakes with sprinkles. Every day. Lily cheered. Yes. And we'll have a life-size cutout of Ethan the chef, no bonnet. I laughed. You guys are insane. But thank you. Sarah nodded. We told you. We're family. And we don't let anyone mess with our family. That night, I checked Ashley's Instagram. She'd posted the apology, and her comments were full of people calling her out. She'd also deleted all her photos of Brandon, and her bio now read, taking a break from social media. Good. Maybe she'd finally learn to leave people alone. System reward. Harem Unity bonus, 500 points. Redeemable for a weekend getaway of your choice. The girls will tag along, but they promise to behave, mostly. I smiled, looking at the girls in the living room. Lily drawing, Chloe singing, Sarah reading, Amelia working on her laptop, Dr. Hayes feeding Mr. Bubbles. This was my family. Messy, chaotic, and completely wonderful. I pulled out my phone and texted Mia. Thanks for finding the original photo. Want to join us for movie night? We're watching a rom-com. A minute later, she replied, fine, but I'm bringing my robot. It makes good popcorn. I laughed. Movie night with 7 girls and a popcorn-making robot. Perfect. Mia rarely left the basement. She'd lived in Havenwood Manor for a year, and I'd only seen her in person twice. Once when she fixed my laptop, and once when she accidentally walked into the kitchen while I was making breakfast. She was shy, quiet, and obsessed with all things tech. So when she asked me to go to a tech conference with her, I was shocked. I need someone to help me set up my booth, she said, her voice quiet over the intercom. And I'm nervous. You make me less nervous. I smiled. Of course I'll go. What I need to do? Carry my equipment. Help me set up the robot. And don't let me talk to too many people. I get overwhelmed. Deal. The conference was at the Emerald City Tech Center. Huge, with booths for every tech company imaginable. Mia was presenting her harem helper robot, a small, silver robot that could fetch snacks, remind you of your schedule, and even mediate arguments. Okay, she said, her hands shaking as we set up the booth. The robot has a voice command feature. Just say harem helper, task, and it'll do it. Don't let anyone touch the control panel. It's sensitive. I nodded. Got it. Want a coffee? I'll go get you one. She smiled. Yes. Black. No sugar. While I was gone, Chloe showed up. Hey, Mia. Ethan told me you were here. Can I see the robot? Mia hesitated, then nodded. Sure, but don't touch the control panel. Chloe nodded, then leaned into the robot. Harem helper, zap Lily. The robot's eyes lit up. Command accepted. Zapping Lily Chun. Mia froze. Chloe. No, it's not supposed to zap people. It's a helper robot. Chloe laughed. Relax. It's just a tiny taser. Harmless. Watch. She pulled out her phone and FaceTimed Lily. Hey, Lily. Say hi to the harem helper. Lily's face appeared on the screen. What's it do? Chloe grinned. Watch this. Harem helper. Zap Lily. The robot beeped, and a tiny electric current shot out of its arm, straight at Chloe's phone. Lily screamed on the other end. Chloe, stop it, Mia said, grabbing the robot's control panel. Harem helper shut down. The robot beeped again, then powered off. I walked back holding 2 coffees. What's going on? I heard Lily scream. Chloe grinned. Nothing. Just testing the robots. Self-defense feature. Mia sighed. It doesn't have a self-defense feature. Chloe made it zap Lily. I handed Mia her coffee. Chloe, don't mess with the robot. Mia worked hard on it. Chloe pouted. Fine. But it was funny. Lily's face was priceless. Just then, a group of tech reporters walked over. Excuse me, is this the harem helper booth? Mia froze, her face turning red. I put my hand on her shoulder. It is. This is Mia. She built it. Mia looked at me, then at the reporters. The harem helper is a robot that helps with daily tasks, like fetching snacks or reminding you of your schedule. It doesn't zap people. Usually, the reporters laughed. One of them held up a microphone. What inspired you to build it? Mia hesitated, then looked at me. I live with 7 people. And Ethan, we're family. I wanted to build something that would help us get along better. No more arguments about who forgot to buy milk. No more missing appointments. Just help. The reporter smiled. That's sweet. Can you demonstrate it? Mia nodded, turning on the robot. Harem helper, fetch a bottle of water from the cooler. The robot beeped, rolled over to the cooler, and grabbed a water bottle. It rolled back and handed it to the reporter. Wow, the reporter said. That's impressive. And what about the schedule feature? Harem helper, what's Ethan's schedule for today? Mia said. The robot beeped. Ethan Vance's schedule, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Help Mia set up booth. 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Lunch with Mia. 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Attend tech talks with Mia. 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Help Mia take down booth. 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Exclusive time with Sarah Miller. Contract law flashcards. 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Dinner with family. 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Exclusive time with Lily Chun. Read fan mail. 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Bedtime. The reporters laughed. Looks like Ethan's a busy man. I smiled. You have no idea. After the conference, Mia and I walked back to the car. Thanks, she said, her voice quiet, for helping me and for not letting me panic. I nodded. Anytime. You did great. The reporters loved the robot. She smiled. I have something for you. In the trunk. I opened the trunk. Inside was a small, silver robot, smaller than the harem helper. What is it? Mini harem helper, she said. It's for you. It can fetch snacks, remind you of your schedule, and it has a nap mode. If you say mini helper, nap time, it'll block the door so the girls can't interrupt you. I laughed. This is amazing. Thank you, Mia. She nodded, then looked away, her cheeks turning pink. I hacked your phone a while ago to study your schedule, so I could build the robot. I am sorry. I know that's weird. I smiled. It's okay. I figured you did. You left a sticky note on my laptop that said, your favorite snack is chocolate chip cookies. I'll add that to the robot's database. She laughed. Oops. I thought I was being subtle. You're not, I said. But it's okay. I like that you pay attention. She smiled. Me too. I like paying attention to you. System update. Mia's happiness meter is at 100%. Host has successfully befriended the mysterious oracle. Reward. Mini harem helper has an extra feature, bonnet block. It will prevent Lily from putting bonnets on you. I grinned. This robot is the best thing ever. Mia nodded. I know. Now let's go home. I am hungry, and I want to show the girls the mini helper. I nodded, getting in the car. Mia was still shy, still a little awkward, but she was part of the family, and I was glad she'd finally come out of her shell, even if it was just for a day. I redeemed my 500 harem points for a weekend getaway to a beach house in Coral Cove, 2 hours from Emerald City. The girls were ecstatic. We'll have a bonfire, Chloe said, packing her swimsuit. An Esmo race, and Ethan will sing fairy tale by the fire. I'll bring my drawing tablet, Lily said. I'll draw us building a sandcastle. It'll be the next panel in my comic. Dr. Hayes nodded. I'll bring my first aid kit. And sunscreen. Lots of sunscreen. Sunburn is a public health hazard. Sarah packed her laptop. I'll bring my contract law books. We can have a beach study session. Amelia rolled her eyes. Sarah, it's a vacation. No work. No studying. Just relaxation. Mia packed her robot. I'll bring the harem helper. It can fetch drinks and build sandcastles. Maybe. Stella grinned. And I'll bring my camera. We're taking 1,000,000 photos. And Ethan, you're wearing a swimsuit. No bonnets. No boni pajamas. Just you. I smiled. Deal. The beach house was beautiful. White walls, blue shutters, and a huge deck overlooking the ocean. We unpacked, then headed to the beach. Lily immediately grabbed her bucket and shovel. Let's build a sandcastle. A big one, with towers, and a moat, and a drawbridge. Chloe nodded. And we'll build a throne for Ethan in the middle. He's the Chaos King, so he needs a royal throne. I laughed. Okay, but no more Ethan the Maid stuff. I want to be a king, with a crown, made of seashells. Lily grinned. Deal. We spent an hour building the sandcastle. Lily and Chloe worked on the towers. Sarah and Amelia dug the moat. Dr. Hayes collected seashells for my crown, and Mia programmed the harem helper to carry sand. It's perfect, Lily said, stepping back to admire our work. The sandcastle had 4 towers, a moat filled with water, and a throne made of sand. My seashell crown was perched on top of the throne. Just then, a group of kids walked by. Cool sandcastle, one of them said. Lily grinned. Thanks. It's for Ethan, the Chaos King. The kids laughed, then walked away. Chloe turned to me. Come on, sit on the throne. I'll take a photo. I sat down, putting on the seashell crown. Chloe snapped the photo, then posted it on Instagram with the caption, My Chaos King, ruling over his sandcastle kingdom. Crown system reward, 50 harem points. Host's king status is now official. We were having fun until Lily and Chloe started arguing. It's my turn to sit on the throne, Lily said, pushing Chloe. No, I sat on it first, Chloe said, pushing back. Before I could stop them, Chloe tripped and fell into the sandcastle, knocking over one of the towers. Lily gasped. You broke my tower. You did it on purpose. I didn't, Chloe said. You pushed me. Dr. Hay stepped in. Girls, calm down. It's just a sandcastle. We can build it again. But Lily was already crying. It took us an hour, and you broke it. Amelia sighed. Okay, here's the deal. We'll build 2 towers, one for Lily, one for Chloe. And Ethan will be the judge of which one is better. Lily and Chloe nodded, both determined to win. We spent another hour building towers. Lily's tower was tall, with a flag made of seaweed. Chloe's tower was wide, with a drawbridge made of sticks. Now vote Ethan, Lily said, bouncing on her toes. I looked at both towers. They're both amazing. It's a tie. Lily pouted. No fair. Mine is better. Chloe crossed her arms. No, mine is better. Mia Stiptin, harem helper, judged the towers. The robot rolled over, its eyes scanning both towers. Lily's tower, 9 out of 10. Tall, creative flag. Chloe's tower, 9 out of 10. Sturdy, functional drawbridge. Verdict tied. Lily and Chloe groaned, but they stopped arguing. That night, we had a bonfire on the beach. Chloe sang, Lily drew, Sarah and Amelia talked about work, Dr. Hayes passed around sunscreen, even though it was dark, and Mia programmed the harem helper to roast marshmallows. I sat between Stella and Mia, watching the fire. Stella leaned her head on my shoulder. This is perfect, she said. I nodded. It is. Thanks for coming with me. Mia smiled. Thanks for inviting me. I've never been to the beach before. I looked at all of them, my 7 girls, my family. I'm glad we're all here. Together. System update. Host has achieved true harem harmony. All girls' happiness meters are at 100%. Reward. Forever happiness and a lifetime supply of chocolate chip cookies, courtesy of Mia's robot. I smiled, closing my eyes. The sound of the waves, the warmth of the fire, the laughter of the girls. This was home. And I knew it would always be home. A month later, I decided to throw a harem appreciation night. A night just for the girls to show them how much they meant to me. I spent a week planning it. I cooked their favorite meals, decorated the living room with fairy lights, and wrote each of them a handwritten letter. That night, I set the table with their favorite dishes. Steak for Amelia, gluten-free pasta for Stella, rainbow sprinkles on everything for Lily, steamed broccoli for Dr. Hayes, chocolate cake for Chloe, sushi for Mia, and a salad with no croutons for Sarah. The girls walked in, and their eyes widened. Ethan, Amelia said, what is this? Harem appreciation night, I said. I wanted to show you guys how much I appreciate you. All of you. I handed each of them a letter. I wrote down what I love about each of you. Read them, if you want. They sat down, opening their letters. I watched them, nervous. What they thought was cheesy. What if they didn't like it? Lily was the first to finish, her eyes red. Ethan, this is so sweet. You said I make every day fun, and that my comics make you smile even on bad days. She hugged me. I love you. I hug her back. I love you too, Lily. Stella finished next, tears streaming down her face. You said I'm strong and hardworking, and that you admire how I never give up. She kissed my cheek. I love you, Ethan. I love you too, Stella. One by one, they finished their letters. Sarah smiled, Dr. Hayes teared up. Chloe hugged me. Mia nodded, her cheeks pink, and Amelia. Amelia looked at me, her eyes soft. You said I'm your rock, and that you feel safe with me, she said, her voice quiet. That means more than you know. I smiled. It's true. You all mean more than you know. After dinner, we sat in the living room, drinking wine and talking. Lily showed us her new comic panel, Ethan's Harem Appreciation Night, which featured all of us sitting around the table, smiling. Sarah pulled out a stack of papers. I have something for you, Ethan. It was a new contract, shorter than the first, only one page. The title read, Forever Contract. Clause 1. Ethan Vance agrees to stay with the 7 residents of Havenwood Manor forever. No take-backs. No breaks. No, I need space. Sarah Reed. Clause 2. The 7 residents agree to love Ethan, annoy him, and support him forever. No take-backs. No arguments about bonnets. Well, maybe a few. No letting him nap for too long. Clause 3. This contract is binding. Forever. Signed by all parties. I looked at them. You guys really want this? Forever. Amelia nodded. We do. You're part of us, Ethan, and we don't want to lose you. I picked up the pen, signing my name. I'm not going anywhere. Ever. The girls signed too, one by one, their signatures filling the page. Mia even signed, her handwriting small and neat. Ding. Harem management system. Mission complete. Host has achieved forever happiness. All penalties lifted. All rewards unlocked. Congratulations, Chaos King, you're home. I put down the pen, looking at the girls. Now what? Chloe grinned. Now we dance. And Ethan, you're singing Fairy Tale again. No arguments. I laughed. Fine, but only if you all dance with me. They did. We danced in the living room, fairy lights glowing, music playing, laughter filling the air. Lily drew us dancing. Mia's robot played music, and Amelia smiled, really smiled as she danced with me. This was chaos. This was love. This was home, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Epilogue. 1 year later. 1 year later, Havenwood Manor was still chaotic. Lily's comic, Havenwood Heroes, was being adapted into a TV show. She made me a consultant, which meant I spent hours telling her no. Ethan the chef wouldn't wear a bonnet in this scene. And yes, the girls would definitely argue over who gets to dance with him. The show was set to premiere next month, and Lily had already planned a watch party at the manor. Chloe's new album, My Chaos King, was a #1 hit. The title track was about me, and she insisted on singing it at every concert. She even invited me on stage once, and we sang it together, off-key, but the crowd loved it. Dr. Hayes opened a new animal clinic with Mr. Bubbles as the mascot. She still makes me diagnose the goldfish every week, and she still forces me to take vitamins. Sarah became a partner at her law firm. She still makes me study contract law flashcards, but now she lets me take breaks if I promise to make her coffee. Amelia expanded her company, opening offices in New York and London. She still works late, but she now brings her laptop to the kitchen so she can work while I cook. Mia started a tech company, selling her harem helper robots. She still lives in the basement, but she comes up for dinner every night. She also built me a new robot, Nap Helper, which blocks the door and plays white noise so I can nap without being interrupted. Stella starred in a new movie, Havenwood Love Story, about a guy who lives with 7 girls. She made me a consultant too, and I spent hours telling her no. The guy wouldn't wear a bonnet to a gala, and yes, the girls would definitely troll his ex. The movie is set to be released next year, and Stella has already planned a red carpet premiere, with me as her date. And me? I'm still the Chaos King. I cook, I clean, I mediate arguments, and I still get stuck wearing the bunny pajamas sometimes. But I'm happy, more happy than I've ever been. Tonight, we're having a family night. Pizza, movies, and Lily's new comic. I'm sitting on the couch, surrounded by the girls. Lily is drawing on my arm. Stella is feeding me pizza. Hayes is checking my pulse. You look tired. Have a vitamin. Amelia is reading a book, but her hand is on my knee. Sarah is reviewing a contract. It's a new harem schedule. More nap time. Chloe is singing off-key. And Mia is showing me her new robot prototype. It makes chocolate chip cookies. I look around, smiling. This is my life. Messy, chaotic, and completely wonderful. And I know it will always be. System final message. Host Ethan Vance has achieved true happiness. The harem management system is now signing off. Farewell, Chaos King. Enjoy your forever.